Ramakant Sharma. Rajkummar Rao is a middle-class man in Mumbai, known among friends and family for being extremely tight-fisted. He keeps track of every rupee, bargains aggressively even for the smallest of purchases, and finds great joy in saving money. His wife, Sunita, Sanya Malhotra, is the exact opposite. Kind, generous, and more concerned about relationships than money. Their contrasting personalities often lead to amusing domestic conflicts, with Ramakant always strategizing ways to cut costs while Sunita insists on spending wisely to maintain their social standing. Despite his miserly ways, Ramakant enjoys a relatively peaceful life, working as a bank clerk and following his strict daily routine. However, everything changes when they receive an invitation to the wedding of his distant cousin's son, Rohan, and his bride Priya. Sunita insists that they give the couple a thoughtful and useful wedding gift, arguing that it would reflect well on their family. Ramakant, as expected, is against the idea of spending money, suggesting a cheap decorative item instead. However, after a heated argument, Sunita finally convinces him to buy a high-end, imported toaster worth ₹5,000. The toaster is sleek, modern, and packed with features. Toast-level settings, a digital display, and even a Bluetooth connection to control it via a mobile app. Ramakant grumbles at the expense, but justifies it by thinking of it as a one-time social investment. At the wedding, the gift is well received, and the couple expresses their gratitude. Ramakant, however, cannot help but feel a pang of regret as he watches the toaster being unwrapped. The event goes smoothly, and the newlyweds embark on their new life together. Or so everyone believes. Barely a week after the wedding, news spreads that Rohan and Priya's marriage has ended due to irreconcilable differences. The reasons are unclear. Rumors range from a dramatic family feud to a secret past relationship. Regardless of the cause, they decide to annul their marriage and go their separate ways. When Ramakant hears this, his mind immediately jumps to the toaster. To him, a wedding gift is given with the assumption that the marriage will last. Since that hasn't happened, the gift should not go to waste. He tells Sunita that they must get it back. Ramakant decides to take a diplomatic approach and visits Rohan's house. He politely inquires about the gifts and subtly hints that, since the wedding is void, it would be only fair for gifts to be returned. Rohan finds this ridiculous and refuses, insisting that the gifts were given without conditions. Determined, Ramakant then approaches Priya, hoping she might be more understanding. She too refuses, stating that she has kept the toaster in her new apartment and does not see why she should return it. With both parties refusing, Ramakant's frustration grows, and his obsession with the toaster deepens. He starts plotting elaborate schemes to retrieve it. 1. The bribery tactic. He tries to convince a housemaid working at Priya's apartment to accidentally return the toaster, offering a small bribe. The maid, however, finds the request absurd and refuses. 2. The emotional blackmail. He visits Priya again, this time pretending to be heartbroken over losing the sentimental toaster, claiming it was his late father's last gift to him. Priya sees through the lie and kicks him out. 3. The break-in plan. Desperate, he convinces his reluctant friend, Gopal, Abhishek Banerjee in a cameo, to help him retrieve the toaster under the cover of night. They sneak into Priya's apartment complex, but accidentally trigger the security alarm, leading to a hilarious chase as they escape unnoticed. Just when Ramakant thinks he is out of options, a twist of fate changes everything. News breaks that a high-profile businessman living in Priya's apartment complex has been murdered. The police launch an investigation, and the case takes an unexpected turn when the murder weapon, a knife, was last seen near Priya's apartment. Ramakant, oblivious to this, decides to make one final attempt to retrieve the toaster. However, this time as he sneaks into Priya's apartment, he unwittingly finds himself in the middle of a police investigation. While searching for the toaster, he stumbles upon a shocking discovery. The toaster has a hidden compartment. Inside, he finds a small, mysterious USB drive. Before he can process this, the police storm in, suspecting him of being involved in the crime. Ramakant is taken in for questioning, where he struggles to explain why he was breaking into Priya's apartment over a toaster. His frugality-driven obsession makes him a suspect, and his past antics, bribery, sneaking in, and chasing after the toaster, paint him in a bad light. Sunita, worried sick, rushes to the police station to defend her husband, explaining his miserly nature. However, the police remain skeptical until forensic experts analyze the USB drive. It turns out that the USB drive contains sensitive financial documents linking the murdered businessman to an illegal money laundering operation. The real culprits had hidden the evidence inside the toaster, unaware that it would fall into the hands of an unsuspecting miser. With the truth revealed, the police arrest the actual criminals, and Ramakant is cleared of suspicion. His stubbornness and obsession inadvertently help solve the case, making him an unlikely hero. Despite everything, Ramakant still insists on taking the toaster back. However, after all the trouble it caused, Sunita puts her foot down, demanding that he let it go. The police, amused by the situation, decide to keep the toaster as evidence in the case, leaving Ramakant devastated. In the final comedic twist, as he walks home dejected, he spots a street vendor selling cheap second-hand appliances. Among them is an old, battered toaster for just $500. Without hesitation, he buys it, proudly declaring that he has finally outsmarted the system. Sunita sighs in disbelief as the movie ends with their playful bickering continuing, reinforcing their charming yet dysfunctional relationship. Toaster 2025 is a hilarious mix of comedy, social satire, and an unexpected mystery. At its heart, it is a story about materialism, human quirks, and the absurdity of obsession. Ramakant's journey, fueled by his frugality, leads him into situations far beyond what he ever imagined, making for a wildly entertaining and unpredictable ride.